Day. Today is my birthday. I'm 41 years old, and the last few days I've not been feeling all that well. And today I'm fine. Um, and I wanted to talk about what's next. Um, Tonight I am going to do a live stream from the studio. So if anybody wants to come, uh, that's fine. I'm going to be talking about some things that I have in the works that I'm trying to work on. Also, um, I've finished two of my I almost finished my second lamp. If y'all haven't seen, I'm calling those the torch of the freeborn. There's three in this series that I'm doing. Um, like I said, I've already finished one. Two is in the works, and three, uh, it's in the works, but I'm not for sure how I'm going to go about it. It's actually the first one that I started, and so it's like a mixture of the first two, but it's going to feel more raw because it's the one that I started thinking with it on, but it will be up for sale too. Um, I'm also planning on the next. I know I've started the Book of Revelation when the Revelations are retold, um, but I am actually thinking on running for the governor of Texas. I'm thinking about doing it. Um, 2026 maybe. Uh, I'm really, and if I don't do that, then I'm probably going to try. Um, but uh, the next few videos, well, probably a lot of them, I'm going to be going through um, the U.S. Constitution and the Texas Constitution. The reason that I'm going this route is because I have some very strong feelings on uh, the United States, the Constitution, and the laws that are in place that are technically, to me, unconstitutional. There's a lot of things uh, that I feel very strongly on. Um, One of those things is um, I don't understand the concept of if you're in jail, you're still a citizen and you still should have your rights to vote. You should still have that, those rights shouldn't be taken away from you. Also, on driver's license, driver's license is something that is a privilege for one, and for two, it's for moving violations. Um, not have, Texas has put in hello, who is ever number one. Texas, and when I say this, it will make some sense, is because the child support system, if you get X amount of time behind, they can take your license away, your driver's license. Okay, well, when you live in Texas or one of these big states and you get behind on your child support and they take your driver's license, Well, how are you supposed to go to work? Walk? Ride a horse? What? That doesn't make as much sense to me. So, there's a lot of things that I'm going to bring up that are going to be um, the way I feel on things. Also, I believe that um, we punish people, people that's been in prison or whatever, and then they come out as, but then they have to basically scrounge back up to get their rights back. And to me, that's double jeopardy. How do you lose your rights when you go in jail and then you come back out and then you've got to reestablish all your, like, you have to hire a lawyer and to get your basic rights brought back to you. That doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make logical sense to me. So hello, who's ever number three, and I got three people in here. But how do you justify? Okay, this person's been in prison for X amount of years, and we're just going to send him out. Well, now he's got to fight to have his voter rights put in. We get you're put in jail or whatever, and then you go out into the world and you have to put on your application that you've committed a felony, and they're not going to, and they look in your background and they don't hire you because you have this rap sheet. And to me, that is wrong. If somebody has come out, they need a job. They need somewhere to work. If they've had a skill that they've learned while in prison, they should be able to use that skill. There's people all the time. There's felons that I know that spent their whole time in there reading law books and studying all kind of stuff, and they're smart people. They're very smart people. Um, just like there's a guy that I watch. He's a felon, but he does cigars, and I mean he's making a life of himself. But it's just it. I think they try to stack it against people to the fact that it's almost ridiculous on how people can uh how ridiculous people can they put people at the bottom of the list because they might have fell on some hard times, and the only reason they knew how to the only way they knew how to live is, stealing or whatever, which I don't agree with. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's okay. It doesn't matter how many views I have. I got. I'm not worried about that. But my uncle, um, all he did, he got in trouble one time for he robbed a beer truck for a beer, and my aunt, which is actually my blood that was married to him, but he couldn't, he didn't, he doesn't hasn't known anything other than criminal activity to do, and that's the only way he knows how. He's been in and out of the jail constantly. But that's just something. He didn't know. He don't know better. Um, and it's sad. But just like my cousin, his son, he got caught stealing copper wire from the same company twice. But that's the thing is, they don't know how to live other than other than stealing and thieving. And I mean, I understand. And I mean, I've often said, you know, when I was younger, I had two choices to do. I could have went the bad way or could have went the good way, and I decided to just, you know, bear through the pain of not having what I really needed at the time. Um, I've always tried to keep my nose clean. I've never That's just not who I am. Now I've got friends that's been in and out of jail all the time and always getting in trouble and always, and I tell my kids don't do it that way. But it's hard to keep yourself honest with yourself. And so, but like I said, I'm really debating on running for Texas governor. I really am. And it's not that because I want that. No, it's because I truly want to make a difference. But for me to do that, I need to explain the reasons for what I'm going to be doing because I really truly honestly feel that I need to put out there what I feel about America, what I feel about and I love America. I'm but there's some things that we do that are just ridiculous, and it's at the federal level, it's at the state level. They want to talk about freedom, and just like with alcohol, I don't have a problem with you drinking alcohol, but then you get into you know here in Texas, we've had things that are legal right now, but they're going to make illegal again. And when they say something is illegal, that's taking your rights away for you for it's your choice. It's not the guy sitting in Austin's choice to say, "Oh well, I make the law, so you know." No. Um, and the thing of it is, if you're not hurting anybody, but you're not really hurting anybody, why is there a law stating that you can't do that? Also, I believe I live in a trailer house, y'all. I'm I'm not wealthy. Why the hell do we have as Texans and Americans? Why do we have to let the governor live in a special house or the president to live in a special house? I can govern right from a house in a trailer park. I mean, we have internet. We have. I'm doing a YouTube live right now. Why do we have to keep the lights on a X amount of rooms and X amount of toilets and X amount of got three or four, five, six, seven different rooms you can throw part. Why do we have that's so wasteful spending? And I understand they gotta have security and a damn fence wrapped around them. You don't really need that crap. Why the hell do we pay for it? We paid to keep their fucking lights on. We pay them to have these rubbed elbows with all these people. I mean, every it seems like every day there's a party at the White House, or even, I mean, why? We're hosting diplomatics. Look, if you really want to put America first, stop fucking worrying about bringing all these foreign dignitaries They have no control of what needs to be doing here. I mean, yeah, they gotta do commerce with other countries, but you can do it from freaking anywhere now. You can have a damn video chat right from your home or out on the lake or why. I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me. Why do we have all these retreats for the governments, the head up the governments can go and meet? I mean, it's ridiculous. What's up, silly Billy? Nothing much, man. Just doing my thing. But it's just crazy. Why do we need? I mean, I understand the president needs uh, security, but if I'm the president and I'm in a trailer park, it's pretty easily secured. We got like 14 trailers in here. Thanks, I appreciate you subscribing. Thank you, I really do. Um, I'm trying not to make this one so long because tonight I am going to do a live on the Changing Winds podcast. I'm going to do it in the studio. I appreciate it. Thanks, you official. Uh, I'm going to do a live tonight on. Thank you, Hayden. I appreciate that. Thank you, official. Oh, it's your birthday too, silly Billy. What year? It's kind of hard for me to get along with other Geminis. No, I'm just joking. I get along with those. We just have two different personalities all the time. 2015. Let's put you at. I'm not gonna do the math. uh, yeah, my, I had I had one of my friends. He was born the same day I was. Okay, 10. Well, good. I'm glad I got somebody young then. Hopefully, you'll learn something other than what my kids decided to say they learned from me. Um, Happy birthday, by the way, man. Uh, but I am going to I will do a live from the studio tonight, just because I haven't done one in a while. And so I'm going to do one from the studio. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to talk about tonight. Um, but I just want to make sure that um, people understand where I'm coming from. But there's a lot of things that's going on that I appreciate um, everybody here that's subscribing and liking and doing their thing. I appreciate if you like the stuff that I do. I appreciate that. I really do. And just because you're young doesn't mean that uh, you can't learn from an old man like me. Um, it just shows you have the same drive. You got to have somebody that you look up to. So, and there's people that still to this day I look up to. So, um, there's some people that I've lost in my life that I can't replace, and I've learned from them. I was about your age too when I started. I can be a little bit. Thanks, JC. And I don't know how to say that. Burma, I guess. But I know how to say the last name. The last part of it, if that's the last name. But yeah, guys, come come check out the YouTube live tonight on my with the studio. Normally I try to start about 7. Normally, but we'll see how that goes. But I hope that I do people justice because oh man, I'm glad you consider me a friend. Thanks for being here for me, man. I just like I tell my kids is like, Dad, you're not cool enough, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I appreciate that. I like younger friends because kids is what make the world different, and if I can prove to help other, I remember being 10 years old, and 10 years old I was just learning how to figure out how this world works. It took me a lot of time to figure out what I know. And so I appreciate I appreciate everybody that's ever comes across my streams. Um, but like I said, I didn't want to stay too long on the lives for the vertical live tonight. I'm gonna act like I said. I'm gonna do one from the hole tonight. So I'm gonna try to start about 7. Uh, I haven't even fired up well, I have fired up the computer, but there may be updates that I have to do before then. Um, but wherever y'all are, what time is it? Uh, because I'm in. Okay, so it's 12:30 here. Yeah, my family needs a little bit of blessing right now, especially my older brother. Um, but like I said, it's 12:30 ish where I am. I'm in Central Standard Time, so wherever you may be, I know that some of y'all may be late. It may be late, maybe really early, maybe tomorrow already there. But um, I'm going to do a live tonight. I don't know how long it will be. It may be long. I would ask where, but you might want to keep where you live a little bit private there, buddy. Since you're so young, don't don't trust everybody. That's another thing that you need to learn. Don't trust everybody because there's always somebody that's willing to just just I'm just watching out for you. That's all I'm doing. It's okay. And if anybody tries to start something with you, just let me know and I'll take care of it. Alahanchi's got you, buddy. Um, but I do. I really love to see kids come in and interact with me. Uh, my when I was younger, well, I say younger. Um, I always there was always younger kids that always attracted to me, and then, well, like when I was in the high school, the younger kids would, "What's up, Y Animations?" If hello, Spencer. Thank you for your happy birthdays. Um, there's something that since you say your animations, I would love to collaborate with somebody. I did. I was gonna do when I came out from the military. I was going to do multimedia publishing, and part of that issue was I wanted to do animations, but life happens and things get screwed up, and then that's what happens. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. And what do we have? I want to say but I know it's not how it's supposed to be pronounced. I was going to say right ass, but that didn't sound fun. It didn't sound right. Because when you do these vertical live streams, the way the text comes across the bottom, sometimes it will cut off the rest of it, and it will pop up. I don't know if it's just my settings on my phone, but it will say like the first couple letters. Oh, okay. Now that sounds okay. That sounds more. Yeah, like on some of mine, it will say like it will do three little dots after like the rest of the name, and then it will put a comment. I'm like, what the heck? Why did it do? So I get all kind of stuff when it pops up on my phone. I love you too, man. I appreciate it. But anyway, guys, y'all come and chill with me tonight, and we'll see what I can get myself into. Uh, Let me see. So I can subscribe, but here's the thing, especially on live streams, or vertical live streams, I can't. It gives me three options: pin, report, and remove. And when I don't know also if when I go onto my YouTube studio on my phone, it will show who's subscribed to me. And if if you don't have your subscriptions open to other people, it won't show the person. If it's a private subscription, I can't go in there and do it, and I can't even see who's subscribed. Only people that I can see who's subscribed is the people that have open subscription. So, if you want me to subscribe to your stuff, then I would suggest that you go in on any of my videos, like when this one goes up, go in there and set up a comment, not a comment, but where it says in the comment below or whatever, go in there like when I finish this one, and I don't know, do like, hmm, just go and add a comment on the video, and when I look at the comments, I'll go through there and I'll click. Let's see. Hmm. Do you have a Facebook? The reason I ask is if you go to Changing Winds podcast and if you look up Changing Winds podcast on YouTube or Facebook, there's a group page. There's like 14 people there. go there and leave a comment there and your leave your leave your link there, and I'll go in there and do it. I'll go in there and link you up to it later on. That goes for anybody. That page, I've been trying to post to it more, but there's that page. I am trying to think on if I'm going to do like TikTok and all these other ones. The reason I haven't I have them set up, but I haven't really done much with them, is because I've had problems in the past with, especially with my family history stuff. People like to go in there and say stupid crap, and then they expect me to be Mr. Nice Guy. So I kind of, I kind of try to keep a lot of those things minimal. But like I said, anybody can go. I think I have that one public. I think I do. But anyway, guys, I've been running for 30 minutes now, and I'm pretty sure that I'll be running longer tonight, which normally I run anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, sometimes three. It just depends on how many people I get chatting. So, and that is set up a lot different, just because I have an opening, an intro, and then I have the extra that I have it's an ending. Uh, hmm, you can't find it? Okay, hang on just a second. Uh, hmm. Oh, it says okay. Did you join it? I may have to go in and I may have to go in and, but I can't do it from my phone right now. I'll as soon as I get off here, I'll do that. But anyway, guys, I thank you. Appreciate y'all. Come tonight, and we'll sit and chat there. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for showing up, and I'll talk to y'all tonight. Y'all have a good rest of the afternoon.